they're good to work with.
Oh, yeah, awesome.
Can you hear me okay out there? All right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Fight number 4 on the night. Rocking and rolling at the Uptown Beatdown.
Colin Passa.
Introducing to you the next fighter. Put your hands together for Rob Vansant.
Yeah, Rob Vansant, man, coming all the way from New York, man. This guy's traveled a long ways here. He definitely did not come here to lose. He's coming here to whoop some butt. And I talked to him earlier, man. He said he's really excited, really pumped. He's very, very, very happy to get to fight. In New York, they don't have sanctioned amateurs, so it's kind of a problem for him, man. He's had a tough time getting fights, but he trains his butt off all the time, he says, in the gym. He just always got to travel out of state to go get those fights. He's going to be fighting Colin Passa, isn't he?
Yeah, and we're happy to have Rob out here at the Shotgun Entertainment Full Contact Fight League. Colin Passa, I talked to him earlier. He told me his nickname was Calabra, which means honor and merit. Colin will be making his debut, but again, he's out of Windsor, Ontario, Matey. So you got a guy out of Matey's making his debut. I mean, that equals 10 fights right there, the way they train over there.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you the next fighter. Put your hands together for Colin Passa.
You know, Matey's is one of the few successful gyms that bases traditional martial arts, but was able to move into mixed martial arts and be successful at it, and that says a lot to their trainers and fighters over there.
Yeah, definitely, man. I mean, like we said before, Matey's, they really jumped onto the MMA bandwagon. I know since Albert Matey's his own son, Chucky Matey, has fought in Dubai. He's actually got another fight coming up in Lebanon, possibly another fight out in Egypt. I mean, these guys travel all over the world. They have gyms all over the world. They train with some of the best guys like Maurice Smith. I mean, you name it, man. They get out there and they get after it.
Yeah, I mean, they adapted, and a lot of schools, traditional karate, you'll see that they won't be able to keep up with mixed martial arts, but Matey's, they sure do, man. They're trendsetters over there in Windsor.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting because another team from Canada, man, that's using karate as their background.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, a little bit of a halt in the action.
Shit and you transition
we
to
had an
wrestling.
Equipment
That's
issue.
What they're doing.
He didn't have the equipment for his equipment. You know what I'm saying?
It's like a
you know what I'm saying?
Cup check. He didn't pass the cup check, so.
Yeah, a little bit of a equipment malfunction. You definitely want to keep those intact.
Yeah,
so you don't want to lose those.
You're back there, you get your mouth guard, you're warming up, you got all your coaches.
You're that pumped to go, man. Somebody tells you it's time to fight, man. You may forget something.
It's hard to forget, you know, as you know, Greg, I assign people certain duties when I fight, you know. Greg's warmed me up. I got people in charge of my mouth guards, people in charge of the towel, you know, because you'll forget it, and you can't count on just one trainer to do it. It's good to have Phil the Voice down here.
Oh, yeah, man. He's got tons of experience.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's been around forever in mixed martial arts. I think he's living up in Traverse City now, but every weekend I see that he's at a different show somewhere, so he's in high demand. We're lucky to have him here tonight.
All right, folks, going to take this opportunity right now to thank all of our sponsors who have made tonight possible. We got Rebel Girl there in the back. Ladies, go check it out. Hot, stylish clothing for the biker and MMA lifestyle. Rebel Girl in the back. Also, of course, the Uptown Grill for opening their doors to us here tonight. And the last few nights, we had a great white party the other night. It was great. Also, we got a great food coming out. This is a chef-driven location, ladies and gentlemen. Also, Wilson Limousine in the house. Go check that stretch out. It is nice, folks. Once again, here we go back to the action as we check in our next fighter as we get ready to rock and roll into fight number 4.
Oh, yeah, you know, Uptown Bar and Grill, man, I had a 20-ounce steak earlier, man. That thing was phenomenal, let alone so is the chocolate cake. I mean, they've got a really
Here we go, fight number 4 on the night. Introducing to you the fighter standing to my right, fighting out of the blue corner. Standing 6 foot tall. Weighing in at 170 pounds, fighting out of New York, Rob Vansant.
Yeah, Rob Vansant, man, he looks geared up and ready to go.
And now introducing the fighter standing to my left, fighting out of the red corner.
He's got a long
weighing in at 170 pounds, standing 5'8". He's an unorthodox kickboxer fighting out of Matey's Karate out of Windsor, Ontario, Canada. Colin Passa.
Walking off the streets. This guy's in shape too.
Man. Yeah, they're both looking solid and lean, man.
Harley,
they look like they're ready to bang for sure.
This fight is brought to you by Wilson Limousines.
Swede Wallen.
Wilson Limousines bringing us this fight. Here we go.
See See if they come out and touch gloves. A little bit of show of respect. Both of men staying very light on their feet for 170-pound guys. Wow, it looked like they got a little bit of speed there from Passa. What a nice left hook coming right off the bat from Rob Van Sant. Instantly Passa goes to take him down, and Van Sant just jumping all over that guillotine. He's trying to pull it in tight. If you can see Passa, he's trying to stack and cross-face and try to pop that head out. Looks like he's going to do it. It's not too tight right now.
This kid has got ice running through his veins. He's staying at the same hotel I am. I ran into him today at in the hot tub, and he was just so relaxed, coming into it with the right state of mind. He came into the fight ready to go.
Yeah, you can tell he's got some experience on his ground, especially on his back for the MMA. He's trying to control the head, trying to block in the elbows and the armpits so that Passa can't go for that ground and pound. If you see, he's going for that overhook and keeping his guard really tight, looking to switch the hips, maybe go for an arm bar or a triangle if Passa wants to back away a little bit too much.
Well, that's the beauty of this sport, especially the jiu-jitsu on the ground. I mean, Greg, that you're always thinking 2 or 3 moves ahead, and that appears to be what he's doing for an 0-0 fighter.
Yeah, look at Passa starting to use that cage as a weapon, man. He's really stacking Van Sant against it. Van Sant, though, looking to run off the cage and go for that sweep. He might, if he keeps working, it looks like he's trying to go for that triangle leg choke or maybe go for the teepee out of 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu. What he's got to keep on working on is pulling his head down, controlling that posture, and just keep spinning off the cage so he can switch his hips out. If your head's pressed against the cage, you can't move your body the way that you want to, and that's really going to limit your offense for your jiu-jitsu.
Dan, it's been a while since I've seen you fight. How has your game transitioned since I've seen you back in the day?
Huge, man. I've been working with coaches like Steve Manesi, man, for my boxing and that. He is a top-of-the-line boxing coach, as well we also have Terry the Beast Burning, man. This guy's got 30 years of Muay Thai experience. He came up with my old crew out of Muay Thai. Mikhail Caldwell, man, with
I know Mikhail. Yeah, I'll tell you what, man, he's a legend, living legend.
I really like how Colin is kind of picking the shots here on top, man. When he gets a little space, he explodes.
Yeah, he's not blowing all of his gas right now. He's really keeping his composure and picking his shots. You're right, Dan. He's switching from the body shots into the head, trying to set him up and soften him up. At the same time, if you notice, every now and then he'll stack a knee in between Van Sant's legs, looking to try and pass that guard. Trying to do that center knee pass and then press down with his elbows into his legs.
And he's triangling off with that elbow across the throat, which of course restricts airway.
Oh, wow, nice form right across the head.
Van Zant's holding him in his guard, but he's laying flat. He once in a while he's taking a big shot like right there.
Yeah, Passa, man, with just some brutal ground and pound. Every time he postures up, Van Sant's going to have a problem. What Van Sant needs to do is try to, wow, what a shot. Wow, Passa really raining him down.
2 direct strikes right to the button.
Van Sant needs to get the composure. He needs to control Passa's head, and that will help eliminate a lot of that powerful ground and pound. And that's the end of the round right there, man.
That's the end of the first round right there. That round was brought to you by House of Pain Fight Gear and Empire 7. Guys, what's great to me, what's exciting to me is that I'm seeing 0-0 fighters that are coming in ready, as opposed to 0-0 fighters. And we've talked about this, but I really can't drive the point home enough because, I do this every weekend here in Michigan and throughout the Midwest. And I see 0-0 fighters that come in, and it looks like they're 0-0 fighters. It looks like they're pretty much straight off the street.
I mean, these
maybe
guys
watched a Boss Rutan tape, 1 or 2, but that's really the extent of it, and it's really refreshing to see 0-0 fighters debut fight coming in, and it looks like they've got a stacked record already. These guys are looking good. I'm impressed with this card so far.
And look at Passa, man, just bouncing on his toes, raring to go again. I mean, like we said before, Matey's top of the line gym, man. I mean, their guys not only know how to fight, they come out prepared and in shape.
Yeah, Rob's just surviving, though, man. I mean, he's holding him in his guard, but he's taking big shots. He's flat on his back. He barely survived that round. We'll see if he comes out and tries to keep it on the feet a little longer or stays a little busier if he ends up on bottom there. And by the way, Phil, what's wrong with watching a little Bass Rutan once in a while?
Oh, nothing wrong with that. I'll tell you what,
I like
man.
that guy. He's funny, ain't he?
when I was teaching Taekwondo and we started messing around with MMA, that's exactly what we did. We brought in the whole Boss Rutan series, and none of us knew what we were doing. We were just in there goofing around watching. But I tell you what, it's the basis to what these guys are doing.
I'm not going to lie, man. I got the big DVDs of Combat sitting up at my gym. I'm not going to lie, man. I love Boss. El Guapo is the man.
Here we go, round 2.
You know what guapo means, don't you?
The handsome one.
The handsome
just
one.
Like Phil the Voice Davey, we may as well call the Voice the handsome one. Van Sant coming right out of the gate, man, looking to come with some hard shots.
We
got him with a little bit with the right knee to the groin, hit him pretty solid there. It's definitely unintentional. Definitely unintentional. I know these guys personally, they would never do anything.
Unintentional low blow, giving the recipient of that low blow a 5-minute respite if he should need it.
He has up to 5 minutes to recover. It was accidental, so I don't believe any points will be taken at this point, but he does have a chance to recover.
You know, and as a coach myself, I mean, I would recommend to a guy to, you know, take the full 5 minutes. I mean, if he takes the full 5 minutes, you're just going to help yourself. I mean, it's obvious his stand-up is definitely looking a little bit more superior as far as his explosiveness and his power in his hands is looking like his dominating passes.
He came out there, though, Vansant. He looked like he rocked Colin for a minute there, and he smelled blood, but he wasn't able to finish.
Yeah, I guess that's that's the key to somebody who has more fights, is smelling the blood in the water and going in with some intensity that'll finish the fight. So Dan, you had a boxing match recently. What happened with that? Were you had a boxing debut? Were you able to fight or no?
Yeah, I made weight, but my opponent didn't make weight, so the commission didn't let it happen. So I got King of the Cage coming up back to MMA in September, but hope to make my pro boxing debut in October.
Where's the KOTC show going to be?
King of the Cage is going to be at Royal Oak on September 11th, Royal Oak Music Theater, and it's going to be recorded for pay-per-view, so it's a huge opportunity for me, and a lot of great pros in Michigan to be on that card, and I'm just grateful that they asked me to be on it.
Yeah, I'm proud to say that I've known you kind of since the beginning, and
that's right.
It's an honor for me to see friends that I know in the sport that have came along to this point and taken it to the next level. So I got your back, and I'll be one of your biggest fans as you progress into your pro career.
Thank you, Phil. And as what Phil's referring to is my first amateur MMA fight. Phil was the promoter for that and did the voice on that. So I've known Phil for a long time, and he gave me an opportunity and helped me get to me where I'm at.
And here we go, Rob Van Sant and Colin Passa. Rob Van Sant and Colin Passa right off the bat, going right back at it, man. So Van Sant not taking any time to come back and exact a little bit of revenge, looking for that tight guillotine. He's got that forearm in there tight, but what he needs to do when he's going for that is he's got to try and pull that guard with his legs. Passa instantly going for the takedown. It looks like Van Sant is very comfortable with the guillotine because it's the second time that he's gone for it. At the same time, though, Passa, man, not wasting any time popping out of that and going.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? He had that takedown stop, though, and he decided to drop down and go for the guillotine, just like in round one. It didn't work out for him. I mean, it's a very risky move. Unless you're going to lock that in, you're going to end up on your back.
Yeah, it's what we call a suicide move, where basically you're giving up a very, very, very dominant position to your opponent. You got to be real careful to do it.
Great strike from the top. That ground and pound landed hard.
Is that it, Phil?
That was it, man. It looks like Colin Passa finished it out right there, man. One hard blow from Colin Passa to Rob Van Sant, and that did it,
have
man.
A broken nose there, Greg.
Oh, yeah.
We got blood there. I believe that's a stoppage. Looked like he broke his nose. He took a big shot. But back to that, he had that takedown stop, Greg. He had the underhooks.
Yeah, he definitely got a shot in the nose.
He pulled guard, and that nose.
Yeah, you can see it right there on